What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games. In today's video, we're going to be talking about everything that we learned about the new Pokemon and the new moves and abilities of the Indigo Disc DLC. We also have some heartbreaking news to share with you all, which honestly makes the post game a little bit disappointing. And of course, guys, if you like my type of content, enjoy these videos, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. Consider supporting the channel by joining the Pan Fam by hitting that join channel member button below. Now let's talk about the new Pokemon. So we already knew about Arceus, but one phenomenal shiny, but now we got confirmation of some of the others. Hydra Apple is pretty badass. The shiny is the same as Diplin's, but very cool Pokemon. Unfortunately, it is a grass and dragon type, so Riddler Coup did lie to us, unfortunately. However, there's a couple other Pokemon that you see that are new here. We have Gouging Fire, so I nailed that prediction. Gouging Fire as a Triceratops, and it's very cool look. It's like a saber-tooth cat Triceratops. I'm all about that. Raging Bolt shiny looks absolutely phenomenal. And Iron Boulder, we nailed that name, is here. And I gotta say, I do not like the Violet Paradox Pokemon. Don't like their shinies. I think this shiny is very bad overall, but it actually ends up being a relatively good Pokemon. Then we get to see the Iron Crown shiny, which not a big fan of, but I do think the blue and this the chrome looks better than the orange in the chrome, in my personal opinion. And then there's the Terrapagos, right? Terrapagos shiny, very cool actually. I really do like the shiny. And then the last Pokemon is the Peach Pokemon, and it is real, and it's called Peacharun. And I'm not gonna lie, I wish it was cute. I'm not a big fan of this design overall. Let me know in the comment section below, off of the designs, which one you like the most. Personally, I think Hydroplan really grew on me from my live stream. And honestly, Raging Bolt shinies 10 out of 10. I can't wait to get this thing shiny at some point in the future. However, I'm gonna have to be waiting a long time because every single legendary Pokemon, including the new Paradoxes, are all shiny locked. Can't believe it. Another Riddler Coup situation where he got our hopes up and failed us. But yeah, I can't believe it. They're all shiny locked, which I think is a complete downgrade considering what we had in Dynamax Adventures and Sword and Shield, the Crown Tundra DLC, where we had 38 legendary Pokemon that you could shiny hunt in raid battles. Now we don't have any shiny hunting whatsoever and less legendaries. So I do think that's a big L from Game Freak, and I'm not a big fan of that. Hopefully in the future they can resolve this or give us events where they give us shinies in the game. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I think that's a little bit lame for post-game activities for us as a player base. Now let's go into the new Pokemon and their stats. Now shout outs by Royo Dadadu, appreciate it, and everyone else who contributed to this list. So Arceus is a pseudo legendary Pokemon. It is a pseudo legendary 600 BST. This Pokemon's actually going to be really solid with, you know, good defenses. Besides the special defense being bad at 65, it needs at least a little bit of a weakness. Steel Dragon's great typing. You know, the 125 special attack with 130 defense, good 90 HP bulk, makes it pretty solid, and it has really good abilities. Stamina, you know, ever get hit, you get the defense boost, which is nice. Stalwart, you can ignore redirection. And his signature move, which we'll talk about the new moves, is actually pretty solid, especially if you run a rain team. Now, Hydra Apple did end up being a grass dragon type, but it picked up Regenerator as an ability, and that's definitely going to be a really solid ability. Running at 44 speed, it's going to be a Trick Room Sweeper with 120 special attack, has solid defenses across the board. I mean, 106 HP, 110 defense, and 80 special defense, not bad. The big thing holding it back is it's probably going to be reliant on Terra, because Grass Dragon is just really not good defensive typing, but it got a new signature move, and it's pretty sweet. Now, Gouging Fire with the Fire Dragon, we knew it was going to be Fire Dragon. I think this Pokemon's quite impressive. You know, great defenses, 105 HP with 121 defense and 93 special defense, and it's actually fast with 91. That's crazy. And his only bad stat is special attack, which is phenomenal. With 115 attack, this Pokemon's actually going to be incredibly good, and I'm very excited to see how it does on the ladder. Now, Raging Bolt, this Pokemon ended up being absolutely perfect to me. 137 special attack stat, and having a sucker punch for electric type moves is incredible on the special side. Good bulk, 125, 91, 89. Big fan and 75 speed. Not bad. It's not too fast, not too slow. I'm a fan of that, you know, it's actually solid. Now, Iron Boulder came in with the Rock Psychic, which we already predicted that. This Pokemon I'm not too impressed with, but 120 attack and 124 speed is going to be really good in singles. I don't know if they're going to see VGC doubles play. 108 special defense is quite bulky, though, on that end. But Rock Psychic's just really not that great typing. I think that's the big issue with this Mon. And then Iron Crown actually ends up being a special attacker with 122, which I was not expecting at all. Also has 108 special defense, which is pretty interesting. 98 speed, so not too fast. Doesn't hit that base 100 threshold, but that's fine, honestly. And then Terrapagos has its 3 different forms here. Now, the middle form is a battle form, and the first form is not a battle form. So it has 600 BST, really great stats overall. A little bit slow, but 600 BST is phenomenal. And it is also a normal type, which is huge to point out. Now, when it actually Terraform 0, which we'll get into the ability in a moment, this thing is 160 HP, a massive HP boost, and a huge special attack boost as well. And it still holds that great defenses. 700 BST. This thing is coming for that Arceus. And last but not least is our last legendary, Picharunt. Poison Ghost, which is good typing, and 160 defense. So this thing, idiot across the board with 160 defense with really good defensive typing. This thing is actually definitely a Pokemon we gotta respect. Now for new moves, and there's not too many, but they're honestly all incredibly strong, and a lot of them are signature moves as well. So Electroshot is gonna be Archlodon's signature move here. 132 turn move, electric, gives you a special attack buff, and gets shot immediately in the rain. So it's like Rain Solar Beam. Only on Archlodon though. Hopefully it gets more distribution in the future, but I think this move is actually pretty solid if you can somehow get Archlodon on a rain team. Then Terrapagos has Terra Starstorm, 120 spread move that's normal, and it's going to do just a lot of damage. This is pretty crazy. 120 spread move, 100 accuracy. Absolutely wild. Then Hydra Apple gets Fickle Beam. This move is interesting, right? There is a very low chance that it does double damage. So it could be a 160, 100 accurate dragon type special move, which is pretty gnarly. However, I don't know the exact number yet. I tried looking up, but from playing it, I would say it's maybe like a 20% chance of it going off, which isn't the best. However, when it does go off, you are just doing so much damage. It's more than Draco Meteor, and there's no downside to it. So it's definitely a phenomenal move. Then we got Burning Bullwhip, which is going to be the Gouging Fire signature move here. And it is just like Spiky Shield or Protect, but when you hit the shield of a physical move, you get burned. So this is actually going to be insane, and I really do think this Pokemon is going to have a lot of EGC potential because of that. Thunderclap, already talked about it. It's priority move right there. Electric Special 70, crazy move. Mighty Cleave is going to be the Iron Boulder signature move. 95 rock physical move, which is already really good. This move hits even if the target protects itself. So this Pokemon essentially has a little bit of Urshifu in it, and I do think it's going to be a menace in singles. Still don't know how I feel about it in VGC doubles. Tachyon Cutter, 50 damage steel move, which is pretty solid. It hits twice and the attack never misses. So it's really 100 damage, 2 chances of critting. Pretty solid move, honestly. This is a very good move. Essentially, it's 100 damage, never missing steel move, but it has 2 chances of critting you. Pretty insanely good. Hard Press, honestly, this is a pretty bad move. The more HP the target has left, the greater the move power is. Steel type move. It's a bad move. Dragon's Cheer, I'm not 100% sure if this is going to be a good move or not, but it's essentially like Helping Hand, but for critical hits. This rouses dragon types more, so I guess dragon types get a further increase in their critical hit chance. I don't know. We're going to have to look more into that statistically. I don't think it's going to be that useful. Alluring Voice, I don't think it's going to be that good. It's a fairy type move, though, 80 special, so that's pretty decent. The user attacks a target using an angelic voice. This also confuses the target if its stats have boosted during the turn. Could be useful. I mean, I guess it's better than Dazzling Gleam. It doesn't have spread, but it can do something else. but Moonblast will obviously take the position of this move easily. Temper Flare, they made a fire type Stomping Tantrum, which is very cool for sure. Supercell Slam, they made a electric type Jump Kick. Crazy. So I wonder if Iron Hands actually gets this. It's gonna be a really good move. If the move misses, the user takes damage instead. So no recoil on it, and it's 95 accurate. However, you know, if they use Protect on you, you do get owned. So I feel like it's not as good as Wild Charge in that regard. We'll just have to wait and see which Pokemon want to run it. Psychic Noise is interesting. 75 psychic damage move. User attacks a target with unpleasant sound waves for 2 turns. The target is prevented from recovering HP through moves, abilities, or held items. Attack against Big Stall right there, which is good. Upper Hand is a 65 fighting physical move. Pretty much, if the user uses a priority move against you, Upper Hand beats it every time. So Fake Out, Upper Hand beats Fake Out, and you essentially fake them out. I think it has a lot of high-level VGC play, but I don't think outside of that we'll see any play outside of that. And then we got the Peach's signature move, 100 poison special move that has a good chance of badly toxic the opponent. So that's really insanely good. So honestly, all these moves are absolutely cracked. And then we have new abilities. Pretty much Terrapagos takes all the new abilities. So the first form, the baby form, it just turns into the second form here, right? So Terra Shell, the Pokemon Shell contains the power of each type. All damage dealing moves that hit the Pokemon when its HP is at max will not be very effective. It feels like a multi-scale. That doesn't feel to be that good. And then when it Terras, it gets a new ability called Terraform Zero. When Terrapagos changes to a stellar form, it uses its hidden powers to eliminate all effects of weather and terrain, reducing them to 0. So a hard counter to Miraidon and Koraidon and any other terrain or weather setter. I can see it as being really good in VGC, but it honestly does not seem to be too broken. Definitely seems to be more on the balance side of things at the end of the day. And then the Peach has Poison Puppeteer. Pokemon poisoned by Peachy runs and moves will also become confused. So it has a high chance of poisoning you if it's signature move, and then you'll be poisoned and confused. This thing is literally toxic, which is absolutely crazy to me for sure. So yeah, definitely some wild stuff. We already talked about the shiny locks, but yeah, all these new Pokemon are pretty much going to be shiny locked, which is not great. And once again, these shinies look absolutely fantastic. So it's very upsetting overall. We do have some TMs coming back, which is pretty cool. Pain Split, Psych Up, Double Edge, Endeavor, Petal Blizzard, Temper Flare, Whirlpool, Muddy Water, Supercell Slam, Electro Web, Triple Axle, Coaching, Sludge Wave, Scorching Sands, Feather Dance, Future Sight, Expanding Force, Skitter Sack, Meteor Beam, Throat Chop, Breaking Swipe, Metal Sound, Curse, Hard Press, Dragon Cheer, Alluring Voice, Psychic Noise, and Upper Hand are the new TMs coming to the game. These are all the Pokemon that are currently not going to be in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet whatsoever. These are all the ones that did not make it. However, there is one good update. The Pokemon Home update actually changed 2 things. 2 more Pokemon are coming that were on the list that weren't coming. 2 more are actually coming. Those Pokemon are going to be Deoxys in all of its forms and Keldeo. So those are the only 2 Pokemon from the Home update that now got unrestricted that we didn't know about before. So that is all the information we have. And guys, I think this DLC overall did a lot of great things for competitive play. I liked a lot of the new Pokemon here for sure. I love the new designs, love the new moves, new abilities, all that great stuff. However, the Shiny Lock is incredibly lame on the new Pokemon and the old legendaries too. So not a fan about that. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about this DLC so far. Did you enjoy the story? Did you enjoy the gameplay? How do you feel about the shiny locking on the legendaries and the new Pokemon and all that good stuff? Love to hear your thoughts, and I want to read them. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one.